A ground that barely needs an introduction, the grand theatre for many a footballing drama. Welcome to the Theatre of Dreams, Old Trafford. And our live game is Manchester United taking the challenge to Manchester City. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Begley.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Are the lineups we've just been given. So we're up and running.
Well, when it comes to history and rivalry, this is a derby with all the right ingredients. Predicting a winner, though, is another matter, and I'm afraid I'm on the fence for this.
United have played a lot of games just lately. Squad rotation or tinkering start to become prevalent at times like this.
Absolutely. I think nowadays the science that goes on behind the scenes can tell a manager who's in the best shape, so he can use that information now to juggle his squad.
Bruno Fernandes. Ashley Young. The assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Yeah, fractional, but fractional is enough. He was off.
Manchester United are the form side of the moment. 5 wins on the bounce. Who's going to make this theirs? Thrust towards the front line. Nguemo. Meno. Matheus Cunha. Tries a through ball. Turns and goes back. The Red Devils were relieved to hold on for a win last time round and go again now. Doku. Passes it through. Now here's the through ball. Wonderful quick feet. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Pumps it upfield. Looks to slip it through. Can he find a finish now? Danger averted for now. And it's Young. Reinders. Ashley Young Was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now the pass. Bernardo Silva.
Mathias Cunha.
A real chance to break. Looking to force his way through. Tries a long pass towards the front. Meno. Bruno Fernandes has got himself a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. Keeper's got good distance on that. Garner. Bernardo Silva with a delicate ball.
Mathias Cunha. It can only get better, this. We haven't seen a shot yet, and I'm hoping that when we do, it'll spark a whole series of them, because it needs livening up.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball.
Vidio. Haaland.
Ball's out on the left now. Spoon forward. Looks like a good ball through. Non-shell pass, that's the message there. Bernardo Silva. Doku. Floats one over. Haaland! Knocks it away. The defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Gets it back. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Rodri.
Vidio.
Reinders. Out of play for a throw. Umpuemo. Looks to slip it through. Meno. Still waiting for the first goal. Yoro. Great run this, he's covered quite a distance. Ashley Young. In with a header! The captain scores!
And as usual, the skipper has put a lot of effort and endeavour into that goal. It now provides a platform to take that fresh impetus into the second half and go on and try and win this contest. Manchester United are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through, wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
United take the lead, 1-0.
Well, just listen to the reaction. I think you can hear the approval from the support all around the stadium.
Bernardo Silva. Manchester United scoring close to half-time to give them a 1-0 lead. Garner. And we've reached half-time.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
United, happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Manchester United going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
It's a long forward pass. Bernardo Silva. Mano. Maguire. City have their manager to thank for the last result.
Yeah, his hand was forced somewhat, Peter, because of the circumstances. He had to bring on goal scorers, but he was bold in going for broke to get what he wanted, and not many would have done that.
Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
He made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
Aimed forward, tries a through ball. Bruno Fernandes delivers. Manchester United with another corner. Gets up to head it! He can get that clear. It into the area. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Yeah, the cross was decent, but probably should have been dealt with defensively. At least he was nice and alert. But you have to say that it was made even easier because of the marking. It just wasn't tight enough.
Well, it's a safety in numbers approach to defending here.
Yeah, but dropping deep can bring more trouble.
Yeah?
Well, shots from distance and space in wider positions, besides the obvious issue of inviting most of your opposition high up the pitch.
And he's there to hoof it away. Mano. The Red Devils are still that close. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. Now the pass. Timely intervention. Rodri boots it to safety. Bruno Fernandes goes for a sweeping cross. Really well taken goal. Two to the good. They have breathing space. Spectacular header. He really flung himself at that.
Strikers love a diving header, and he timed that to perfection.
Manchester United grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other. Well, there's a lot of movement out wide now.
Yeah, you can certainly see that.
Well, I think it's a move to open the game up more, whether out wide or just getting a runner through the middle now.
Passes it through. Coaxed out to the wing. Plays it in. Good take by the keeper, he's read that well. Vidio. United yet to make a change here. Gets his foot in there. There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. It's Bernardo Silva. Cuts it back. Away from immediate danger. That is wayward.
Well, as they say, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. But from that range, accuracy and power are the key ingredients. That's what's needed now.
Foden was in the starting side last time out. Mamouche plays it out to the flank. Lobs it in gently. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Pushes it out wide. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. And here's the chance to counter. Chance! Managed to get it away. Doku. Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it.
Foden can't hurt you with his back to goal, and I think if they can keep him facing in that direction, then the only thing he can do really is to just lay the ball off, and he's not really going to cause much trouble if he continues doing that. So I think they're defending him very, very well.
Gets it upfield. Cuts it out. Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Yeah, and getting on the score sheet has clearly made him a marked man now.
Plays it out to the wing. Mamouche. 5 minutes left on the clock. Mamouche. Looks like a good ball through. Looking to shoot! Oh, great save, real class.
Well, I can only add that he's got reflexes that are in perfect working order, Peter. That was very good to watch.
And it's been taken short. Tries the cut back. Oh, he couldn't get the direction he needed.
Yeah, they had lots of options in the box there. They've got plenty to chew on at the moment, but no bite.
Rodri battles to win it back. Gone back to the keeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Ashley Young knocks it towards the front. Mamouche. The final whistle. So they bask in their win, a genuinely professional performance and a result which is well deserved. The end of the game. Reflections?
Manchester United made their intentions clear that nothing else but a win would do. These games are always tough, you know, it's not always about form, it's not always about...
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. The teams then, Tottenham Hotspur against Manchester United. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Away. Simons. Gray tosses it through. Play for a throw. The Red Devils are on a great run. 5 wins in a row. Mount. Shaw. So what now? Bruno Fernandes. And the ball is out of play. Maddison. Forward it goes. Now the pass. Thompson forwards. Matheus Cunha. Mount looks to dink one in. He's got through. Well, that's where he wants it. It's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. Pushes it out wide. Now here's the through ball. He's had a go! No, not this time.
Well, I thought the keeper was really confused as to what to do then, whether to come and take it or stay on his line, and yet in the end, he's allowed to get away with a lot of indecision there.
Goes for goal! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Well, to strike a volley requires exactly the right balance, and I think that's what maybe let him down there, Peter. Well, this is how to grab a game by the scruff of its neck. Front foot football with real intent.
Matches Cunha, out towards the flank. Has a hit! Great strike! But the keeper's equal to it. Good stop, that wasn't easy.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
Up to meet it! Oh, he got himself into a great position. A long pass towards the front. Kulusevski. Oh, good interception. Bruno Fernandes pumps it upfield. Gray. Well played, he saw that coming. Looks like a good ball through. Here it is now, surely! Surely! Bruno Fernandes boots it upfield. Tries a through ball. Now here's the through ball. Great challenge. Matches Cunha. Looks to slip it through. Right through the middle. Simons. Kulusevski. Floats one over. Bruno Fernandes. Face to face with the keeper. He's away. Ball's loose. Who's getting there? Goal! Manchester United! The breakthrough strike. He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
Manchester United break the deadlock.
Still a fragile lead, though. They can't afford to sit on this.
Kulusevski. Spoon forward. Lovely feet. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
Yeah, and he's just entered the last chance saloon. One wrong move now, and he's in trouble.
Not the worst cross in the world, but still room for improvement. So they got the only goal to make it 1-0. Mount. Defenders on the back foot. Oh, good stop, it had to be. Aimed long and direct. Who's going to make this theirs? Good challenge, he just stood firm. Bruno Fernandes passes it through. Tries to get it forward quickly. Shaw. Played into the middle. Danger averted for now. Looks like a good ball through. Chance! Who's going to make this theirs? Tries a through ball. Now the pass. And he's made certain that won't get through. The shot's on! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, much more than a routine.
That is going to be the final action of the first half. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, you can debate, Peter, whether they deserve a slightly bigger lead because they've created the majority of the chances. But they are in front for a reason, and they'll be confident of cementing that from now.
The Red Devils are in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. United carry a one-goal lead into the second half. And he's there to hoof it away. Looks like a good ball through. Simons. Timely intervention. Keeper's got good distance on that. Bruno Fernandes plays it out to the flank. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. Mount! Well, he should have done better and he knows it.
Oh, listen, I think you can understand at times that the pace of the game pressures players into split-second decisions, and sometimes they just make the wrong one, and I think he would have been better placing that.
Oh, that's great stuff from him.
Well, he went at it with great confidence, and it's not going to stop him from trying again.
Manchester United boast a very impressive defensive record of late. Mount, played out to the wing. What an adventurous run. And he gobbles up the chance! Offside!
Yeah, the referee hadn't spotted his assistant's raised flag. He has now, so he's ruled the goal out for offside.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Thrust towards the front line. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside.
This defence just doesn't trust itself to play a higher line.
Frighten the people getting in behind.
Yeah, absolutely. It just opens up the opportunity of not only strikers getting behind, but the runners from midfield too.
None shall pass, that's the message there. Shaw with the cross. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Gets it back. And that's a foul. Simple decision for the referee. Matches Cunha. Hurtles into the tackle. Tries a through ball. Keeper's ball. Another piece of really good defending. That's the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and the fact that he's registered, Peter, simply encourages more attention of a closer nature.
Madison. Spoon forward. Very impressions so far, Jim?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Meno. Battles to win it back. Matches Cunha. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Plays it out to the wing. Yoro. Bruno Fernandes. Passes it through. Looks to slip it through. Going for goal! Oh, and that should have been two.
What a massive let-off that was. They're still in it, but this could be pivotal.
Oh, he really wanted that.
Well, in all honesty, he's tormented that defence. They just can't handle him.
Kone. Simons. Lovely close control. Goes long and forward. Tries a through ball. Looks like a good ball through. And it's the goalkeepers to claim. Well intercepted, really alert to the danger. Now the pass. Garner, aimed long and direct. United just have to run down the clock. Garner. The Red Devils have a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. It's a loose ball. Passes it through. How about it? And he's there to make a great save.
Keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
In once more. Zipsy, and he's straight offside. Pumps it upfield. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Manchester United win it by the only goal. Result, no question, the most important thing, however it came. Final score, 1-0.
Well, once they got that goal, I just thought they were very dogged in seeing the game through. And that clean sheet, you know, key to them.
A very warm welcome to all of you from Old Trafford, Manchester. And here we have Manchester United against Crystal Palace. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Passes it through. The Red Devils are the league's top scorers, formidable in front of goal. Bruno Fernandes with the ball through. Shade too heavy, keeper can pick that up. Gomez. Manchester United have been just so good at home. You couldn't find fault, Jim.
No, I think they've been brilliant at home. A wonderful success story. I feel I must pay tribute to a side with great desire and industry. They've made this place a graveyard for visitors.
Scott. Kamada. Gomez. The Red Devils boast a very impressive defensive record of late. Bruno Fernandes with the delivery. And The defence can get it clear. Eugine. De Ligt knocks it towards the front. No, that's not the ball he wanted. Where to from here? That's a throw. Richards. Mano. Plays it out to the wing. Manchester United have a free kick. Bruno Fernandes considers his options.
Well, if he truly fancies his chances from here, he's going to need the best of the best.
Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target.
Well, I wasn't expecting him to try his luck from so far out, but that was close. I mean, it kept the keeper on his toes.
On the right now, what's on? Looks to slip it through. He's gone for it! Eugine. Thiago. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Nicely controlled. Bruno Fernandes. Shoots! Oh, great save, real class.
The keeper has shown great concentration there. I think his anticipation pretty much did the trick for him.
I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. Massive leap! Goal! Manchester United! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
United draw first blood here.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
It's a loose ball. Matheus Cunha tries a through ball, cuts it out. Good defending, he knew he had to stop it right there. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And now they can launch a counter. Bruno Fernandes. It's Fernandes! Decent hit and on target. He put on quite a show there.
It's tremendous play on his part, Peter, and he's proving to be a right handful throughout the game.
Gomez. Now the pass. Well weighted. Oh, good stop, it had to be. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Oh, he made that look really easy, Peter, but I can assure you that wasn't a routine save. He had to be very switched on there.
Up for the header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, when he struck that, he must have thought it was going in. Such are the margins of success and failure in this game. That was so close.
Richards. That's a foul, free kick's been given.
You just can't argue with the referee there, Peter. He spelt it out for him earlier.
Tries to get it forward quickly. Done very well to intervene.
Yehi.
Looks like a good ball through. Gone back to the keeper. Keeper's got good distance on that. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Sesko. Sal gets it back. Lacroix. Back to the keeper and try something new. Half-time getting close now. So they got the only goal to give them a 1-0 lead. Ball is over the line. Sal pumps it into the area. Pino! Good stop, that wasn't easy.
That wasn't the easiest of saves by any means, Peter, and I think his instincts were, well, they were just razor sharp.
Sesko. There's the end of the first half.
I'm sure they'll be very happy with the first half performance and the scoreline. They'll definitely want to maintain their momentum now and finish the job.
The Red Devils in for the dressing room in possession of a 1-0 lead.
Manchester United going well here, and they're in a good position to kick on and add to their lead. They don't have to overcommit, but they can place more emphasis on stretching their advantage without necessarily neglecting things defensively.
Out to the left it goes. He can get that clear. Palace owe their previous result to some adept management.
I think, Peter, we have to give credit where it's due. He had a problem up top and he tweaked his system to sort it out. And what I like is that he doesn't hold back. He's got that who dares wins mentality and he really goes for it.
Thiago, can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. That look says it all. All it needed was him to get hold of the ball.
Look, sometimes you're already thinking about what you're going to do next, and you suffer a little lapse in concentration and end up with a red-faced moment like that. It's very frustrating.
Good running with the ball. Can they build on it? Pumps it forwards. Alcacer pushes it out wide. Now here's the through ball. Battles to win it back. Matheus Cunha. Trying to play it through.
He timed this run brilliantly, and I think he has every right to be a little annoyed with the passer then, and I think he's letting him know right now about that. Just a little more behind it was needed.
Crystal Palace have plenty in the middle.
They've planned to defend the aerial route and will do so with numbers.
Plays it out to the wing. Sesko. Matheus Cunha! Good clearance and very necessary. He's got away with one there.
Well, I think the opposition was pretty sloppy in creating a problem for themselves then, but he was onto it so quickly and very nearly made them pay.
There's some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Who's going to make this theirs? Goes for the cross. He's dealt with that well. shoots it upfield. Delict. Seems now to be all about width.
Well, when you have the personnel to create in wide areas, then they need to see as much of the ball as possible.
Scott. Gomez takes a look up. Sesko. How about it? And he's there to hoof it away. There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on. And that's another throw. Played into the middle. And back out it comes. Bruno Fernandes. It's Fernandes! Oh, and that should have been two.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
That's not going to find its target. Throwing. With a delicate ball. Bruno Fernandes is on the end of some really unwanted attention.
Look, if they want to shut down the threat, he's a very good place to start.
Aimed forward. Lacroix. And it's Alcacer. Well, it did look promising to start with, but in the end they were thwarted before they could even make it into the final third. Aimed long and direct. No way through there. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Forward it goes. Played out to the wing. And the finish! It's come loose. Now the pass. Oh, it's opened up nicely for him. Towering header!
Well, I suspect there'll have been a few nails chewed off during that attack. How they survived, I'm not quite so sure. But their lead is intact, and that's all that matters.
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Clears it out of harm's way. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? Sesko into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Good challenge, he just stood firm. Nguemo. Scott. Looks to slip it through. Has a hit! Sticks it away! A 2-goal cushion, and it's looking safe! Given such an open invitation, he was always going to shoot.
Look, the goal was well manufactured, but the striker probably can't believe he's been given that much space in the penalty area, and he wasn't going to miss.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So they have their win. They had all the answers to whatever the opposition threw at them, and the result followed inevitably. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Of course, we all love to watch the creative side of the game, and goal scoring.
The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. And here we have West Ham against Manchester United. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
So let's get things underway. So in 90 minutes, we will be at exactly the halfway point of this season. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Jarrod Bowen's rise to the top, Peter, is a nice story. It was a real tale of struggles with failed trials and clubs being dissolved, but those experiences have served him very well. And you see now in that never say die attitude he's developed, he's got boundless enthusiasm, the very epitome now of how togetherness trumps individual talent.
Okay, interesting. They've scored! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Now that's what I call finishing, right in the corner. He knew instinctively who was where and didn't need to waste any time weighing things up. That's a cracking goal.
West Ham have an early lead. Good start. United have played a lot of games just lately. Squad rotation or tinkering start to become prevalent at times like this.
Absolutely. I think nowadays the science that goes on behind the scenes can tell a manager who's in the best shape, so he can use that information now to juggle his squad.
Sesko tries a through ball. West Ham have been good here at home, undefeated in the last 5. Todibo. The Red Devils suffering an early setback and looking to reel it back in.
The only consolation at this stage is that they've got a lot of time on their side. You try to find a positive for any eventuality, and while an early concession is unwanted, they can recover this.
Mount. Looks like a good ball through. Could try cutting inside here. You can get that clear. Early ball, up to meet it, in it goes!
Oh, listen, the writing was on the wall. It looked like this was going to happen, and it has.
A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
Well, look, it's often the timing of the jump that dictates what you can do with any header, and if you get it slightly wrong, then you'll struggle, but that was beautifully met, it really was.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, if anyone in this stadium thinks they haven't got value for money, I give up.
He's made sure that that won't get through. Lobs it in gently. This is promising. It's a brilliant interception. completely wrong.
I think he deserves credit for getting something away, given that he had to contend with a double dose of closing down.
West Ham, whose manager came in for a bit of flack after their previous result.
Yeah, but he brought the criticism upon himself by making substitutions that didn't really make sense. They added confusion when he really needed cohesion.
Terima passes it through. Bruno Fernandes looks to slip it through. Shaw looking up to see who wants it. Drills one in. Here comes the corner. Can he finish? Terima boots it to safety. Into the channel, hit into the middle, and back out it comes. It's come loose. Bruno Fernandes, deftly done. Now the pass. Hits one! Who's going to make this theirs? Mount. Eugine plays it out to the flank, and it's Young. Coaxed out to the wing. Firmly met. It's gone for a throw-in. Ashley Young. Ashley Young's delivery. Too much on that, it's gone out. Somerville. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Tries a through ball. It is a corner. Out to the flank. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Shaw. How about it? He's done very well to get to that.
Oh, much more than a routine save for me, and yet he just coped with room to spare.
Steered out wide. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. The whistle for half-time. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
So when they come for the break with nothing to separate them, the score 1-1.
Manchester United can feel really happy with themselves. The scoreline doesn't back it up, but they've played with urgency and purpose and can't afford to lose patience in this second half. They've got to persevere.
Eugine. Sesko. Tries the route one option. Now here's the through ball. Towering header! He will be livid with himself.
Well, one moment there was a little bit of space, Peter, they could have worked with, but the next it was shut down, and it was shut down extremely well. Tortibo. Somerville. Matheus Fernandes.
Looks like a good ball through. Ball through needs to be good here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Looks to slip it through. Timely intervention. Defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
You have to admire commitment like that, because he could easily ignore that and just kind of walk around and let others do all the chasing, but instead he looks as if he relishes the chance to dig in for his team here.
West Ham have just about everyone back and central.
Yeah, clearly they're trying to show...
Well, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. Managed to get it away. Mount, it's a long forward pass. Out to the left it goes. Good running with the ball, can they build on it? Goes wide. Up for the header! Hits it again, but still no joy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the service. They've just been very wasteful in the air.
There's going to be a change here. There's a man waiting to come on.
West Ham have opted to really stretch the game now.
Yeah, that's pretty evident, but what's their thinking?
It looks as if the opposition are happy to defend the width of the 18-yard box, trying to remove that compactness.
Did really well to intervene and dispel the growing danger. Now here's the through ball. Needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Gets it upfield. Gets it back. Meno. Passes it through. Tortibo. West Ham have a free kick. Wilson. United may be thinking about substitutions now. They still have two available. Meno. He's done well to tidy up the situation. Sticks in a foot to win it back. Meno. Well, no doubt someone is being given special treatment here.
Yeah, his instinct and the timing of his runs have proven fruitful, but they have to give him a harder time like that.
Played out to the wing, back in once more. That's well blocked, and back out it comes. Meno. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Forward tracking back like that, always appreciated by the crowd.
I think it's great to see that kind of application and desire from a forward who wants to help out his defence. I think, you know, any good team really, your striker should be the first line of that defence, and he's delivering.
Tiame. Kasih. Wilson. Forward it goes. Maguire pumps it upfield. Non-shell pass, that's the message there. Somerville. Over to the other flank. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. Eugine.
They seem to have lost their sense of direction. It should be higher up the pitch.
Battles to win it back. Wilson. Thiago. Aimed in towards the centre. And that's been repelled. He's in space and looking for options. Oh, it's a foul there right on the edge of the box. Manchester United have been handed a game-changing chance. Well, the players are making their point, but the ref clearly isn't interested. He's waved them all away. This to complete the turnaround. Turn it round! That's as calm as you like.
Oh, you could always see he was confident about that. He always looked like he was going to score.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, it's the type of call that can't be given if there's even the slightest doubt. It had to be spot on.
Tries a through ball. Now the pass. Well positioned to make that interception. And there goes the final whistle. The Red Devils have done it in dramatic fashion. A massive test of character, and they passed it with flying colours. A truly outstanding comeback by any measure. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.